Welcome back, beautiful ones, to my channel here at The Craft of Living, where we always have something fun and new going on. We're doing unboxings, or we're talking about our favorite books, or we're drinking our favorite tea, and really just hanging out and talking about tarot and oracles and how kind of like the impact they have in our lives, these imageries from these decks. So I have here today Horse Wisdom Oracle. It's by Pike, and the artwork is by Laurie Prindle. It's a Blue Angel deck. It's pretty big. I thought, Year of the Fire Horse, I might as well. What better year to get a horse deck? So I have to say, I have always been a horse fan ever since I was a little girl, but I've been in denial about it. So I've always loved My Little Ponies, and I always had all of the collection, but I would draw horses, but I also was a tomboy, and I didn't want to be perceived as too girly, so I kind of cast aside my love for horses for many years. And so this is, aside from my unicorn deck that I do also have, this is a different sort of breakthrough for me. So I'm very pleased to present this decision about this Horse Wisdom. I was looking over the previews, and the images just look stunning. You know, they look true to life, which I value a lot. I'll read the bold here for you. Discover the strength and courage needed to live life on your terms, guided by intuition and inner truth. As you break free from your constraints, you will unveil the magnificent and inspirational spirit within you, like the free-spirited horses roaming the open plains. So for those of you who don't like horizontal cards, don't get this deck. However, horses don't care about boundaries and limitations and guidelines. They break the rules. So these come in horizontal and vertical and horizontal. Off with the protective sheet. Let's check out the guidebook first. Oh yay, it's in color. It's in this soft, beautiful print. Man, such exquisite artwork. I mean, look at the eye. And if you're an animal person, or even if you're not an animal person, there's so much expression in that eye from the artist who drew it, and through the animal they're being portrayed in. So there's a table of contents. Let's see. Journey to the True Self. And then there's a whole introduction here. How to use this deck. Another gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous drawing. Blessing the cards. How to draw a card. 1 card spread, 3 card spread. Add Oracle of the Sacred Horse. Must be a different, yeah, if you also own the Oracle of the Sacred Horse deck. Follow your intuition as to how you do this. So yeah, they're encouraging you buy this other deck too, which I'm like, oh, let me just start with this one. Reading for others. They talk about that. And a group process for workshops. You can do this for workshops. How to interpret inverted cards. Cleansing the deck, how to do that. Integrating the wisdom, gratitude, and daily appreciation, and then into the card messages. So I also like how they have integrating the wisdom, and then just some thoughts on that and how to go about that. I have heard a lot of people rave about this particular guidebook that comes with it, and they say that this deck really hits right on the money. And so I'm really excited. See, they have a short keyword at the top here, and then a breakdown of the card, and then some bullet point questions potentially for journaling, if you need and want to check that out. And it's all in color, so yay, we really appreciate this. Okay, let's get into the cards a little bit more. Let's see if there's pictures of the... Oh, here's Oracle of the Sacred Horse, the other one that they're recommending. No, I like this one for now. An oracle for the journey back to your true self. or back to the higher expression of yourself, more expanded version of yourself, perhaps. All right, let's check it out. Yay! Also, quick update. The other unboxing, I think it was in the Enchanted Forest of Cat Tarot. I have to check on that. The Enchanted Cat Tarot. I forgot what the name is. I have to check on it. I just did an unboxing of that. Y'all, it came used from Amazon, and I only noticed it later when I was trying to do a read. I didn't do the count. It only had 60 cards in the deck. It was missing all of the Cup Suite and the court cards for the Pentacles. So I was very sad. However, we're doing a return with Amazon, so hopefully I should be getting the new deck soon. And this time it's sealed because it came to me unsealed. So I'm saying that, and I'm paying more attention now because apparently that happens a lot with Amazon. Like, people buy decks and then they just return it used. So, I mean, I see that a lot in the comments. So pay attention, y'all, to your purchases. Make sure it's definitely new and at least some sort of, you know, indication that it hasn't been opened previously. I mean, not like it's super hard to like take this off and put it back on again, but just pay attention and, you know, it doesn't hurt to count. But let's get into this deck. Gorgeous. Quiet observer. That's what I am, especially in social settings. A moment in time. So this tells me sometimes a moment in time needs to be felt and experienced, and you need to be fully present, not trying to capture it on film or write it down in a journal, or just to be fully present in that moment for that experience. So here's the backs. I never looked at the backs. I just want to, so eager to jump into it. My inner child's like jumping up and down gleefully. The cardstock is a pretty good hefty cardstock. Blue Angel has a pretty hefty type of cardstock they use, but yeah, I'd say this is a pretty sturdy cardstock right there. All right, let's check it out. Wind Shaper. Vision Horse. Dawn Watcher. Check out his face. Cutie and the Beast. Aww. Looks like most of them are horizontal, huh? Dance of the Black Unicorn. Wow, that has got to be intensely gorgeous. Whew. Stardust. Ray and Leotad. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that name. Daughter of the Wind. Joyful Delights. Heart of the West. Spooked. And you know, there's always that part of you that fears, like, no matter how much you think you're gonna like it, that you're still not gonna resonate with it and you're just not gonna connect with it. I always have those little doubts in the back of my mind. Mystic Spring. Wow. Kind of gives me that Legend feel, you know, that old movie, Tom Cruise. Sunset Gold. Aww. Primavera. Well, here's the Psychic Warrior horse, the one with soulful eyes. Wow. Psychic Warrior horse. And Frolicking Friends. Aw, this reminds me of the Last Unicorn, which is also another one of my favorites, which is another unicorn horse example that I have. Soulmates. What's your definition of a soulmate? Leave it in the description below. My sister and I have totally different views, and that is absolutely acceptable. But I'm curious what everybody else's viewpoints of what viewpoints of what soulmates are. What are soulmates to you? Is it like a kindred spirit? Does it have to be romantic? Can it be in friends? And sorry for that interruption. The last one is actually vertical. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's give it a shuffle and read from the guidebook. Can't leave without doing that. What can we learn most from this deck? What is this deck best used as a tool for revealing? What is this deck best used for as a tool for revealing? What does it reveal best? What does it reveal best? If this part gets into the video that gets posted and you're watching this now, then I have figured out at least how to edit and attach one to the other. I know that sounds pathetic, but that's just my resistance to editing. I just have no interest in learning. But if you're watching this, then you have seen me break through that small little bit of resistance, but let's not get too hasty and expect it again. I still like straight through, no cuts. All right, so Cutie and the Beast, that's what we have most to learn from this deck. All right, let's take a look. 14. We did stop on that one earlier, didn't we? All right, I'll bring it up to you like always. Life presents many opportunities, and often they can feel massive, leaving us feeling relatively small and often emotionally vulnerable. If we back away, we lose the chance for growth, deepening relationships, and new opportunities. Cutie, a miniature horse, bravely approaches the Beast, a large, powerful draft horse. Wow, let me try to focus that better. She sincerely looks into his eyes and touches his nose, understanding her level of vulnerability. She may feel trepidation, but she also wants the connection and experience. Even with the small amount of hesitation, she moves forward and she trusts life and all she meets. Actual vulnerability can bring up feelings of nervousness and anxiety. It may feel similar to fear, but it is not. It informs us that we are on the cutting edge of significant growth opportunities. Staying safe and small does not provide such growth. All beings are created equal. Each individual has their trials, tribulations, and tests. Others might appear to be superior, but in actuality they are not. Keep your power by understanding the signals of your body. Recognize that you are not feeling fear, but vulnerability. Open yourself up and allow that vulnerability to be present as you connect to that which is in front of you. You then gain more strength and power through your bravery. Cutie knows her size and is still brave. When was the last time you opened up and became fully vulnerable? So these are the journal prompt questions. What is in front of you that feels larger than life? What are you hesitant about? When do you give others your power instead of seeing equality in your humanity? Are you willing to be vulnerable in the presence of another? And if you are, what might the experience give you? Okay, I'm so glad I got this out there. That was such a gorgeous, beautiful message. I'm sure all of us can relate with something that you're facing right now that just feels really larger than life, like this beautiful, gentle soul. But just because it's just very, very large and taking up our attention right now doesn't mean that it's necessarily has to be a bad thing, right? Even if you literally feel like it's literally a bad thing, you can take that bad thing and turn it into something of life experience and of growth and understanding human psychology. And can you grow a little bit, and can you learn to love that part that still is an extension of us, right? Because we're all part of the same whole. So are we able to love that shadow aspect of ourselves that we feel is unacceptable or scary or just, too much or overwhelming? And I'm sure we've all felt like this. I love this. I wonder what kind of horse she is, if she's like a Shetland pony. It'd be cool if I knew that too. They did talk about what kind of horse this was. Maybe I missed it. I'll have to rewind. But guys, if you stuck around to the end of this video, then I'm glad that we got this out, because that was such a great message. Let me know what you think about this particular deck and the message and what you felt about that and how it might relate to you at this time in your life. All right, guys. Now for real, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, peace.